Joe LaPenna. I'm with Drum Creative. We've been in business for 15 years. I have over 25 years of experience in the design industry. Well, we'll try to walk through some of these points, and hopefully they'll be helpful for you when we look at a customer. There are several factors that actually play a role in doing a package. First, what is the product that we're trying to sell? What are we trying to package? And in some cases, there are multiple parts. There are sometimes it's just one piece. Then we have to decide what kind of package is it going into. Is it going into a box, a clamshell? Is this a poly bag? What are the different forms in which we're going to actually package this product? Is it going to hang on a planogram, or is it going to sit on a shelf? So all of those are going to be extremely important before we get into design. And what's even more, what really does directly impact what we do is going to be sometimes expense, because you usually have a company that is a small business. They're just getting started, and they're just trying to figure out how to package out this product. And they don't have $1 million to get this thing started. They don't have big investors to help put money into this product. And to really make that impression, it takes a lot of money and investment to get your name out there. Sometimes it's working with a company like Ant Hill Retail that will help get them to market. But the key is, to help Ant Hill Retail do their job well, we have to have a product that's going to make a great impact. And so, I'll go ahead and just kind of walk through them. They're not necessarily all in order, but obviously price is going to be a key thing. But then the first rule that we would look at is relevance. How relevant are the colors? What is the color of the product that we actually have? And should the packaging complement that in some way? A lot of people want to have bright colors that are going to stand out. And so the typeface, the brand itself, the logo that's created for it, how does it look? Sometimes people put like clip art together, and it looks like clip art, and they just Times New Roman font in there, and there's the name of the product. We think through all of those things. So a logo is actually going to be really important. I'm glad we mentioned Spatty. Spatty has evolved over the years, and actually now we're calling them a more mature brand, and we're helping her now really hone in on that Spatty logo and what she does with that now moving forward. Before, it used to be Spatty Daddy on a blob of paint, it looked like, and now it looks a lot more polished and clean, and we've been working with her on that, and then we now would carry that into the logo. So the big thing too is, like, with the relevance of your product, is it relevant? What we're trying to figure out or try to understand is that how do people use your product? What is it going to be something that somebody wants to purchase? So we're looking for benefits, key benefits that we would want to highlight for your product. And so those are things that we're going to go through and walk through with you or with our customers to make sure we fully understand that. The next thing is shelf impact. Does your design have a wow factor? Does it stand out? We always talk about, just even in our own name, Drum Creative, it's about making noise. But what happens is, what kind of noise are you going to make that's going to stand out from the crowd? And is the beat of your drum going to be unique to who you are? Is it going to speak to who you are? And so we have to catch the consumer's attention, and we only have a split second to do that. And sometimes even in that shelf, hopefully we have your product lined up like soldiers up on the shelf or hanging on a planogram that when people walk by, they have to stop and they have to look. And so we want to definitely attract them. The third thing is clarity. And is it easy to read? Sometimes people feel like they have to say everything and anything that this product does, because if they miss something, then then the customer's not going to, they're going to miss out on it, like, because we didn't say that it could be used for this very specific thing.
Right.
We have to be very, very clear in what we say, and the font has to be easy to read, and it's got to be big, but we also have to narrow it down, and so that then comes into simplicity and practicality. Is the design simple? Does it highlight the essential information? That would be number 4, is simplicity and practicality.
Right.
And is the design practical enough that it can easily fit into a person's hand when they take it off the shelf and they look at it, and will it hold together on the shelf? That's another key. Sometimes you hang it up there and it just breaks apart, or the product comes out, or something to that effect. So the 5th thing would probably be originality and uniqueness. Does it showcase your product uniquely? I don't know if you've ever bought an Apple product, but there's just something about the packaging. When you open up the package for an Apple Watch, just the little details, like the way they have the tab when you pull it out, like, oh, I can actually grab this and pull it out. I don't have to get my fingers in there and try to dig in. There's all this engineering.
Not like a wire that's like wiggled around it. It's like you can't even throw the packaging away, which is it's definitely an experience opening
it's
that
an
up.
experience, and that is true. Now, there are products that don't deserve an experience because now we're talking about budget, right? So if I have a spatty, the experience for the spatty, I need to be able to showcase that, but it is a tiny little spatula. Invigorate is a thing that plugs into your lighter. It's a diffuser. And so we did actually make that package. We wanted that to, when it opened up, it showcased it nicely. But like back to the spatty, we need to be able to showcase it, cut open that clamshell, and move on.